Hello and welcome to day 3 of the first test between Pakistan and England. Pakistan put up a massive effort in their first innings, winning the toss, putting 556 on the board with the 3 centuries as well. England in pursuit now trail by 460 with Zach Crawley not out 64, joined by Joe Root on 32, England 96 for 1. Let's join the action at the start of day 3 of this first test. Right then, here we go.
Did you see that ball die? I think the length is the key. Unless it starts reversing.
Zach Crawley starts in Zach Crawley fashion. Nicely timed, starts the day with a boundary.
He does this so often. Well, that'll be 4. Just the slip and the fine gully in place. It's a very controlled edge. It's just soft hands controlled edge.
He's got it on the second attempt. It's that fielder again, perfectly positioned. Zach Crawley goes. Shine Shafi who has won.
Well, in a sense, that's come from absolutely nowhere. Crawley's timing throughout this innings, both yesterday evening and this morning, has been immaculate. This one just slightly early on the shot. Now, we saw a brilliant catch yesterday, diving away one-handed to his right, went in ever so cleanly. This one still counts, second attempt, but it's a crucial wicket, early wicket for Pakistan. Zach Crawley's dreams of big runs here. There goes Duckett with the first of those onside shots. He's connected rather nicely with it, so no apparent problems with that bottom hand.
Yeah, too short. Very easy for Ben Duckett. He picks up back-to-back boundaries to close out a Brawler's over.
That's up in the air, but it's perfectly safe. The first short ball of the day, the first test from the short ball of the day. And Joe Root just swats it away.
Short and wide and thumped away. That'll go to the fence, so Brar leaks runs again.
A little slower through the air, but that just allows Duckett to play this off the pitch. He's got all the time in the world here.
In the air, just over the top. He's still chancing his arm. Brar with the double teapot on, but a bit of a risk from Duckett. Goes again, this time better connection. Couple of bounces and that'll go over the ropes again. Lovely. He's tried that a couple of times. This time he gets the gap. That's a beautiful cover drive, as we all know Joe Root at his best. Edge, and first slip was wide. That should have carried if there was a first slip. It's probably third slip where Salman Ali Agha was posted. Inside edge. Will get to his 50. Been very assured innings, very calm innings, as we expect from Joe Root. 65th Test match 50 for Joe Root. England 171 for 2.
Cut nicely. Outfield is quick, and that is another boundary to Duckett. Makes the easy single to long off. He walked off the field in pain late yesterday. And a big smile on his face for a half century. His 11th 50. No sign of pain, maybe apart from that very first delivery where he just took his hand off the bat. Cut, and there's no one out there. There's a square third man, but he's just picking it up from that boundary cushion.
It's a lovely shot from Duckett. It's a kind of flat bat drive, really. It's not an orthodox drive where you see the bat coming down on a vertical plane and a high front elbow. Slashes this time, an attempted repeat, but there's just a hint of turn for Salman outside the off stump. And Duckett slashes away, overslip for another 4. The runs continue to flow. And with that immaculate on drive, Joe Root plants his flag at the summit. 12 years after making his debut in Nagpur, he now has more runs in Test cricket than any other England player. A remarkable achievement. He's been a remarkable player.
Plays a great sweep shot, and I think that is because he tried his hand at playing the cover drive. Wasn't that convincing. This time he played it with the spin, and that's his strength.
And a rare example of a Duckett defensive stroke ends the session. A very good one for England, a memorable one for Joe Root, who goes to lunch unbeaten on 72 and goes in now as England's highest Test match run maker. Duckett is 80 and has played splendidly. England in a good position.
England walk into lunch at 232 for 2. Zach Crawley, the wicket to fall in that session. It was Amir Jamal perfectly positioned at mid-wicket for Shaheen Shah Afridi to draw him to a close at 78. Joe Root and Ben Duckett steadied the ship at 72 and 80 respectively. Pakistan just being able to add one more in that wickets column, that to Shaheen Shah Afridi here on the first session. Match summary as it stands so far: 556 plays, 232 for 2 from England. They trail by 324. Let's join the action post-lunch.
The Pakistani captain is looking for the right combination of bowlers to be able to make an impression at the moment.
Shot. A shot of a man in form, a shot of a man full of class. Ends the over with a boundary. Joe Root is 238 for 2.
Yeah, when you have pat onside field and then you decide to bowl outside the off stump to a player like Joe Root, who's already batting on 70, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for punishment.
Alvin.
Just use the pace, angle the bat ever so slightly to find that gap.
Oh, big shout. That's just done a little bit off the surface and it's been given. The finger goes up, but he's been reviewed straight away. It was Joe Root down the bowling end, who also gestured immediately to Ben Duckett.
Original decision's out, impacts in line, wickets hitting. When you're back on screen, you can stay with your original decision of out.
Confirmation again, that is 3 down and it's a big wicket.
Yeah, this was a good delivery coming back into Ben Duckett, one of the rare ones he's missed, about the only one he's missed. And people are wondering about the heights. Just remember, Ben Duckett is, shall we say, short of stature.
He was going on all cylinders and he has to now go back for 84, Ben Duckett. Very, very nicely glided for 4 to end the over.
Well, a little bit reminiscent of Zach Crawley at the start of this England first innings. Straight into his stride for Harry Brook.
Trying for that reverse swing, whipped away leg side. That'll go to the fence.
Yeah, Brook quickly into double figures. He's only been in there 10 balls. He already has 2 boundaries. England are all the way through their lineup. They have quick scoring players, and on this ground, on this pitch, the batter won't stem the flow of runs. Too full. He's got to bowl the length that he bowled to Duckett. The odd surprise Yorker.
Lovely shot. Classy cover drive. And that was 4 from the moment he hit the bat.
Off and running. He doesn't move that front foot much. He certainly doesn't move it across to the line of the ball. Watch that front foot, it stays there.
We've seen that a few times, a sweep shot that goes to the fence.
The margin for error on this surface is minuscule, really. That was 2 leg side, no one on the sweep. It was a free hit for Harry Brook. There's a leg slip there, but he's too good a player to miss out. He doesn't.
He's been thrashed through the offside. He caught up with it and has raced to the fence.
The margins squeeze when Brook is batting. Every time the ball has been pitched up in his zone, he's put it away. Once again, staying inside the line of the ball so that he can access the ball freely. And he's a great talent because he plays all the format.
Places like that, there's so much room there. And there's nobody in front of square, so the chances are that runs are there for the taking. Now, as I say, it has occasionally got him out. He got out like that at Lord's against Australia in the Ashes, but I don't think he'll be sucked into playing to where the fielders are. He's going to do that.
I think that also becomes such a plausible option for Brook is because of the pace. And the pace that Shaheen Shafri is bowling at on the offside. Again, the pace of Shaheen Shafri won't bother him too much. Just see, he still allows himself a lot of time, moves quickly, even while on the move. And he's intentionally playing it in front of square, on the offside, in front of those 2 fielders. I think he might have to just change his tactics here, Shaheen, just a little bit.
Beats covers left-hand side. It was very full from Shaheen, who's looked better when he's hit the pitch rather than floated it up on the drive. And that boundary, another fluent offside boundary, takes route to 96.
Yeah, the previous one went straight to the fielder, this time to his left. It's just been fantastic to watch. He's been so much in control of the game. Plays the ball late, plays the ball right under his eyes.
It's a fruitful combination, Harry Brook, in Pakistan. 300s in the series 2 years ago. He likes batting here. He likes these low bounce pitches. And he has 50 once again. Root's golden run in this calendar year continues. A record tumble to him in the morning session here in Multan. He now has a first Test match 100 in Pakistan in the afternoon session.
Short ball, pulled uppishly, man out there. Just separates the 2 that are in the deep. Both looked at each other, they continue to look at each other. But all it produces is another boundary for Joe Root.
Yeah, Naseem Shah was complaining what the fielder was doing there. Why wasn't he behind square? Another boundary picked up. It's becoming harder and harder for the bowlers.
Short ball. Played off the pitch from Harry Brook. 70 overs done, 351 for 3. And that should be tea.
As session 2 here concludes on day 3, England walked back at 351 for 3. Joe Root with another magnificent century also overtakes Sir Alistair Cook's records of the most runs by an English test batter. He remains not out at 119. Brook has raced to 64. It was Amir Jamal who brought about the downfall of Ben Duckett. It was an important breakthrough as he picked up Ben Duckett at 84. The position of the match so far, Pakistan in their first innings putting on 556. England in reply currently are 351 for 3. They trail by 205 runs. Let's join the action in this final session here on day 3.
Well, that's found a way through. Around the back of the legs. All the way down to the boundary. No, just a diving stop. Good commitment from Salman Ali Agha. Oh, just that. Oh, that is the closest it's come for a long, long time.
And dislodging the bail. Did this roll onto the stumps? Hit him on the chest, spun back, he missed it with his right boot, and it did hit the stumps. The bail stays on.
I don't know which football team he supports, but he ain't going to get a gig there, is he?
Game pulling away from Pakistan. England in hot pursuit of the deficit, which is reduced now to 130. That's a shot into the gap, and 4. Sorry, deficit is 180. In fact, now 176. It's been a marathon from Rutan, even though he's been cramping up a little, but there's no sight of him departing the crease. As I speak, that's the second 4 in the last 11 overs. That's well-struck sweep shot.
I was just going to mention that Joe Root might have stopped playing the sweep with the field set, also given his cramps slightly more difficult. Harry Brook hasn't. They've persisted with this line far outside the leg stump. Every now and then, Abrar drops it short. Harry Brook is being able to pick up 1s and 2s. This time pierces the gap as well. That's extraordinary. That is absolutely brilliant from Harry Brook. He jumps to 98.
Yeah, how many would hit a 6 in the 90s like this? Effortlessly put away. That over the wicket angle, not worrying him at all. This is great batting.
Child's play. Good usage of the feet. Full face of the bat. And got the desired result.
Cuts well, picks up a run. It's misfielded at point. Come back for 2. And that's another great 100 by Brook. He doesn't seem to break his stride at all when he's batting here on these pitches in Pakistan. That's terrific 100 and a terrific track record for a very, very great talent. He's an exceptional talent. Let's not forget his prowess in white ball cricket, and in test cricket he averages over 50. Yeah, majestic. It really is majestic. Cover drive. Wonderfully played.
Brook on that occasion wasn't a full swing, just a mere push, and the ball travelled.
Lovely. Stand and admire. Joe Root stood and admired his own shot there, and we can do so on television as well. A wonderful way to go through to 150.
Fabulous. Goes with the swing. Absolutely nails it through the offside.
This time off the middle, and this time pings away for 4. That is absolutely exquisite to watch.
I mean, that is one special drive. He's played few like that earlier as well. 200-run partnership is raised, but have a look at this easy grace through the offside. Picture perfect. They've They've not really been able to crack the code how to get Brook out here in Pakistan. 4 tests, 400s.
Picked up off a length and dispatched in front of square for 4.
131 is not going to threaten a guy who's batting at 160. Easy shot to play. Naseem Shah just trying his hand at a bit of variation by pitching that one shot. I don't know whether it was intentional or a tired ball, but whatever it was put away beautifully.
And it tells you how much time Joe Root has. It wasn't a short delivery.
That's one way to welcome him to the crease. It's not the first time he'd seen that happen. Struck for 4 for the very first.
It's not a great start. I know it's a newish ball, but you've got to be on target and much better than this. Deficit is now under 100. A rank full toss put away very nicely.
Another beauty. Another beauty pinging off the bat of Brook.
Yeah, he has conceded 167 runs. It should challenge his ego. He should be jolted. He should wake him up and say, okay, I have to redeem myself. I have to pick up a few wickets here.
Gives him the charge and blasts this away through the offside. That is again spectacular from Brook.
Great shot, really is something special from Brook, this knock. Out of the crease, making room and hitting it crisply.
Final ball of the day is pulled away down to long leg. 396 runs in the day, day 3 here in Multan. There's some weary body language, not just from the fielding side, who have spent all day in the field, but both Joe Root and Harry Brook, who have played absolutely magnificently. Have had to weather the cramps, have had to weather the conditions, the heat. And although they must have enjoyed themselves out there the way they batted.
Day 3 comes to an end with England in a very strong position in pursuit of the 556 by Pakistan. They are 492 for 3 with the maestro in Joe Root, 176 not out, and Brook as well. His love affair with Pakistan continues. He's 141 not out. As expected, it is always going to be a tough toil for the seamers in particular, because Shaheen Shah Afridi, Naseem Shah and Amir Jamal with the 1 wicket. At the end of day 3 in this first test, Pakistan in their first innings managed 556. England at the moment stand at 492 for 3. They trail by 64. Hope you've enjoyed the highlights here. We'll see you again tomorrow.